Oh no everybody, a lot of unexpected changes are happening in Congress. Lawmakers have just proposed a new alternative to changing the filibuster. So if you or someone that you know has received any of the expanded monthly child tax credit payments, then keep on watching this video because I'll be breaking the details about the next round of stimulus checks that are going out. Continue watching this video folks to find out the latest stimulus news. And of course the latest Social Security news, SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiary news.
With American citizens, so it's not as confusing and as straightforward. And we're going to, as I believe, this will go a long way to restoring faith in government. I know it sounds like a simple thing, but I think it's pretty consequential. All right, one more here. There you go. Thank you.
If you are waiting to receive the next expanded monthly child tax credit payments, well, this is what you have to know. Joe Manchin has reiterated that he does not want to support the next round of monthly stimulus payments, all because of the work requirements. Now this is a big change. The enhanced child tax credit payments are still being negotiated on and remains part of President Biden's Build Back Better bill. That's a good thing folks, keep that in mind. However, with the addition of a work requirement for eligible Americans, many people miss out on the next round of payments. The sad part is that the neediest children will be left out of receiving extra stimulus money if Manchin's work requirement is passed in with the bill. I think this is absolutely ridiculous folks, because President Biden, Joe Manchin, and all the Democrats have to do a better job in sending out the stimulus checks. It has been reported that over 37 million children can be prevented from receiving these stimulus checks if Congress moves forward with that change in requirements. So it is really shocking to see how Joe Manchin does not even care about the American people. It is very clear that another round of stimulus payments must be sent out as soon as possible. And he's preventing that from happening, folks. That's the truth.
Beginning this morning, nearly all working families, that is people making under $150,000 as families or an individual making under $120,000, $25,000, who have children or raising children in America, they're going to receive their first monthly tax cut payment. That payment from the expanded child tax credit is to be signed into law as part of our American Rescue Plan. It's one of the largest ever single tax cuts for families with children. And it's a reflection of our belief that the people of this country who need a tax cut aren't the folks at the top.
The enhanced child tax credit payments were made so that Congress could end childhood poverty. It is really upsetting to know that millions of children could slip into poverty if the bill is not passed soon. Thankfully, there are several lawmakers that are outspoken against Joe Manchin's work requirement change. For example, a senator of Colorado, Michael Bennet, is one of the senators that helped the expanded child tax credit payments get passed. Senator Bennet has publicly called out Joe Manchin, saying that Congress should not make the requirement change when 97% of the people receiving the monthly child tax credit payments are working. Manchin has even said that he wants all families to demonstrate that they have taxable earnings with a W-2 form.
On anything, we're the only game in town. We're still meeting day and night, every day and night, for the last 3.5 weeks.
It's all Washington talk. You said earlier, Senator, that a deal is very close, but there is still no bill. Republicans are demanding protections from lawsuits for big corporations. Democrats demanding help from workers in the public sector and money for state and local that Republicans are blocking. Both sides say they want direct payment for disaster victims, but there is not a penny in direct payments in your proposal. Why not?
Well, let's talk. Shepard, basically, this is truly an emergency package.
But there's not money for direct payments to people in your bill or in your plan, or is there?
There is not, because the emergency basically is more with the people who are unemployed.
Which some experts say could shut out parents who are Uber drivers or independent contractors. A W-2 form, for example, folks, is typically issued by an employer to prepare a person to file their taxes. So it is really disappointing to know that Joe Manchin is not working for the American people. Alright everybody, now there are some big developments in the Senate. So far, Chuck Schumer, and actually Mitch McConnell, is now signaling that he's open to making changes on the Electoral Council Act. We all know that over the past year, Democrats have been pushing really hard to pass more sweeping election changes. It has been very important to President Biden and the lawmakers like Nancy Pelosi that these changes are made. But we all know that there are lawmakers from both parties that want more modest changes. These more modest reforms will be able to get more bipartisan support. This includes the support of Democratic Senator like Joe Manchin and even Kyrsten Sinema. But the breaking news right now is that Chuck Schumer has announced that he has rejected talk of reforming the Electoral Count Act. This is a huge deal for everyone because Chuck Schumer said making changes to the law would negatively affect millions of Americans. That is why Schumer is also trying to change the filibuster. This is a move that would require the complete unity from all senators. It has definitely been tough for Schumer to gain support from Joe Manchin and Kirsten and everybody, but President Biden has even supported removing the filibuster. Joe Biden has said that changing filibuster rules would allow more relief bills to be passed through Congress, like stimulus checks and even a fourth stimulus bill. President Biden, everybody, should definitely do this, and he should definitely realize that the American people are still in need of financial assistance, and that a fourth stimulus check must be sent out sooner than later. And if you guys agree that President Biden must do a better job in sending out the fourth stimulus check, then tell me in the comments below. As always, everybody, I truly appreciate your amazing support. If you have any more questions about this, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will do my very best in answering them.
Our young leaders. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let us mark this day, Thursday, July 15th, 2021, as the day the American family got so much stronger. Today, the expanded child tax credit is here. Today, for families all over our country, for children all over our country, help is here. It is a good day, America. And I'll tell you, my mother, she worked hard at being a mother. Whether it was waking up at the crack of dawn to pack our lunches and get us ready for school, or whether after we went to bed, sitting at our kitchen table and trying to just figure out how to make it all work. And I know it wasn't easy, even though she never said that. My family's story is not all that remarkable. It is the story of the American family. Parents who will do anything for their children. Parents who work so hard every day. Parents who deserve their government and their leaders to really see them, to really understand them as they juggle all their responsibilities every month. Every month, the rent becomes due. Every month, the child care provider needs a check that could take half an income. Every month, American families need to buy groceries and gas to pay for rent or homeowners insurance, utilities, and car loans. And even if they have enough to make ends meet, it is often just barely enough. One unexpected expense could mean the difference between taking on more debt or losing it all. In the wealthiest nation in the world,